In spite of the obstacles we faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little farther and we'll reach the capital itself. We mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we are to discuss the course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Stola and Graha to join us in that building to the northeast of camp? Meeting? Yes, I'll make my way once my head has cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we arrived. I stick with a palpable aura of malevolence. Just a monstrous tower. Tower of thought. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses. I feel like everybody's wearing the glam, and I should wear the glam, but I'm in a pretty toasty coat type situation. You'll be pleased to know most of the tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt. Yeah, you should. Mission meeting, I will make my way there. Hey, yo, it's A Green Polar Bear here. I'm on Trovo at .live at A Green Polar Bear. I'm also on Twitch.tv at the same time. AGPB Games on Twitter and Instagram if you do that. Also, Discord link will be in the comments. Anyway, comment, like, subscribe, and enjoy the video. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone is here, we will begin.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
Promising idea. I will assist the healers in their ministrations. Of course, I will require a proxy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with cerulean heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
'Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
Ice fields? I love ice fields. Oh wait, no I don't. Because travel is something of an understatement, but I suppose if there's nothing else that needs doing, if there are any survivors. I don't know why that's so small.
As ever, you do not want for enthusiasm. But given your experience traipsing about through Kurthus, I should be surprised if you let a little inclement weather dampen your redoubtable spirits.
Hey.
And even if that were the case, the promise of hot soup upon your return would surely spur you to action.
Wow. Do you know me?
You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
Gods be good if it's this cold with Dr. Roos closer. I try to think how it'd be fair without it. Yep. Don't want to talk too much, honestly. Now it's a lot of words, Alice. As much as I love you, it seems like it was probably unnecessary. Been given something to do as a habit, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. He's like, I have a telescope. I'll help you find people. Okay. Why are they so small? Everyone's so small. I spy with my little telescope a massive sheep thing. Maybe it's a cow. Not what we're after either way. Is that an aether current? Nope, just a wind sprite. Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. But lo, what do I see over your yon hillcock? There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. A survivor? Show me. Over behind that tree. It looks like she's running away from something. No, surely not us. She wouldn't even know we were here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is she's wearing a pale green dress, a rather fetching one at that. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints. I'll let Lucia know where you're heading. Did you give me the telescope? Thanks for the telescope. You're actually being useful for once. Congrats. This is weird. Ah! I'm a ninja. Who are you? Who are you? Oh. The house is full of explosives. No intention of hurting or taking anything. Tried to aid people. You savages are the ones responsible for all this. We did it. I promise you. One of the other reasons was to come out, find out what happened to her. In fact, the Telephorai are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald, and won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. They're the enemy. Our enemy. Lycidia. As for how I've managed to stay sane, I've been asking myself the same question ever since that night. And the roar, that terrible roar, and then the screams. I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. Ran past friends, people I've known all my life, eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. Do you have family here? Is this their home? Nope. No, this is Victor Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers. Or it was, but now me and a few others are borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. I just wanted to keep everyone else safe, and I did it. Our supplies are running low. You said you're here to help, can you? Of course, whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I'd better tell the others first, though. Wait here. I don't trust her. Lucinia says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign trips into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with means of heating the place as a sign of goodwill, perhaps we could take you at your word. If that's too much to act, then leave us be. Fine. You guys can't even start a fire, though? Oh. Handing out tinctures to the sickly refugees. Nice. Good job, guys. These ones are messages sent by others, even over great distances. There are different types, but this model is by far the most popular, made with quality components with the finest ore sourced from Locus Omanus that it is. Not all that useless as the capital fell into ruin, the people at that broadcasting station must have either fled or ended up like all others. Because all we've been hearing is the same music being played over and over again. Home beyond the horizon, an ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral home of Locus Omanus. We may have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hope to take back what was once ours. 'Tis a solemn reminder that we must suffer great hardship, better days will come. Despite everything, I believe that Emperor Artist yet lives, and that he speaks to us through our radios. His cunning strategy faking his murder, he must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself. Nope, he got his head cut off, bro. Yes, I'm sure. No, he was. That makes me feel uncomfortable. This is what you gave the others? Thank you. I'll save it for later. Actually, I have a few good things to ask you. Are you part of the group staying in Laterum? Legus Vergilia's troops heading towards the Magna Glacies a few days ago. Are they the ones that you encountered? Camp Broken Blast, you call it, and Vergilia and her men are all there now. So how did you reach the Magna Glacies? Did you cross the mountains on foot? Airships, then there might be a way too. Lucinia, where is everyone? Is something the matter? A voice from inside, you say? You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps the baby Almasty has found its way into the house. That wouldn't be the first time. Without the soldiers scared them off, wild animals have been roaming closer to the settlement. Some have been known to attack people too. I have an idea. If you and yours were strong enough to defeat a goddess, surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. A if you mind to continue helping us, perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. There's a small group of tappers living there. People whose job was to extract ceruleum. They still do, from what we can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange, lots of food, and that's just something we don't have, and we can't get it on our own. On top of that, to even reach their den, we'd have to make our way past all those creatures. Yes. Better watch out for baby owl masties on the way. Yeah, yes, of course. If I see any, I'd be sure to shoo them away. Congrats, guys. Just after you left, Licinia asked me to go and catch up with you. Suspicious. Well, so this is Tapper's Den. Well then, after you. Who are you? What happened to the guards? We killed them. The Orzians and rebels are here to save the people of Garlemald? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why in the hell would you pass this chance to put those Imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess, none of you are Garlean. You were brought here from other lands. All right. Basically, these guys are holding on to their ceruleum. They don't have anything better to do. They're all from different lands of Eorzea. And they want rations. And they're like, well, there's nothing better to do, so we're just going to stay here even though this place is dead. It's possible she died from whatever was ailing her. If she needed treatment, I doubt there'd be any way to get around it here. I may have refused listening at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange, but I can spare them a bottle's worth of ceruleum. Oh. They asked me to help carry supplies. When I followed them back here, they'd had me. Caught me off guard, forced me to defend myself. I feared they fared rather worse than me. You can't fool us. We know. We know what you're about. Vultures, that's what you are. Waiting in the wings for us to show weakness. That's when you swoop. It's here to help. What right ploy to make us lower our guard. What you in? Put ourselves at your mercy. Put us in chains. Steal our lands. Get your revenge. Nope. We're nice, unfortunately. Lucinia has a sister she's been hiding. Plot twist. Dude, you're such a boner. Not even a good kind of boner. Like a bad kind of boner. Nice, you can tell. That's cool. The trail stops at the frozen lake. Mm-hmm. Cool. You know, I was hyped, and then they made me go hunting for missing refugees. I've got a whale, though. Well.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked. No. Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither did they. Not out here in the wind and the cold. I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there's something to the tale after all. I want to understand, so I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your response. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments, and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's Third Legion clashed with the First, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events of the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the Third Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories. No recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varys giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
Hello.
My friends, I must speak with you.
Are you waking up? When did you go to sleep?
A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a temple knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek...
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. how their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
Couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
Okay. Let's see. Safe return takes precedence above all else. Remember this. Dankert in particular will be worried sick if you're gone for too long. I can read to you now, B. Are you and the children ready? I will explain the route once we are outside your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it as an act of hostility. Cool. It's like it's hard to find good stopping points. Usually I go dungeon to dungeon, but there's just a lot of talking. What? I've just been waking up early. Yeah. Well, what time did we go to bed last night? What time did you go to bed last night? Why were you up so late? Who, my dog? Mm-mm-mm.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir.
What?
I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Van Kina, Legatus of the First Legion.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varus understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, Aye, but if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. But after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, it's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
I'm doing my Final Fantasy. I'm watching a cutscene.
I had no intention
You would
of
know.
locking you up. As by dawn you would be frozen stiff
Dun, dun,
and
dun,
you're
dun.
no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment. But there is one condition. Collar them.
I'm getting collared.
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock. Stop. Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed. Even if he allowed himself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
On the coldest, blackest of nights, meager though it may be, we must share the warmth of our fire. Because even the most bitter adversary may one day see reason. Corchifont.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we'll end that VOD there. Trovo.live/s/agreenpolarbear, twitch.tv/agreenpolarbear, YouTube, agreenpolarbear, AGPB Games on Twitter and Instagram. There's other shit, but yeah. Peace.